I'm Devin, and welcome to my first makeover show. Today, I have my lovely model, Imani, and she will be receiving a natural glam makeover, something that she can wear on a night on the town, or a hot day, or even to the club. So, if you're interested, stay tuned.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is pin her hair back so that none of the makeup gets in her hair and she has a fresh, clean face. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to spray her face with milk of magnesia. I know it sounds crazy, but this really helps with oil control and it's a really great primer. So I decided to do the makeup for her eyes off camera just because it's very detailed and it takes a long time. So basically what I did was a nice purple color in her crease and I did a pop of pink on her lid. I also did her eyebrows off camera, so there will be a very detailed video of my eye makeup and eyebrow fill-in at a later date. Right now I am putting on a foundation, and because her skin tone is lighter on the inside of her face and darker on the outside of her face, I had to use two different colors, two different shades, and then I'm going to blend them in. So right now I am going in with a stippling brush. I actually got this from e.l.f. It was about $3 at Target. And I'm just going in and blending everything in. And as you can see, it is blending in seamlessly. I just make sure I get every crevice, every part of her face. Make sure I'm buffing it out, going in a circular motion just to make sure that everything is blended in. Next, I am going to go in with another e.l.f. brush. It's actually a flat top brush, and I'm just going in, buffing everything in to make sure it blends well and she has seamless foundation. Next, I am going in with a concealer in order to brighten up her under eye area. I am lightly patting it with my middle finger because that finger has the least amount of pressure so that it doesn't create bags and fine lines under your eyes over time. So you really want to be careful with that area. You want to make sure you get a concealer at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than your normal skin tone so that you get that brightening effect. Next, I am going to take a peach concealer. Now this is very important for women of color who have discoloration such as dark circles under the eye or dark areas around the mouth. This concealer mutes out the darkness so that anything that I put on top, it'll show its true color and it won't have that grayish or, a dull look. So this really helps with discoloration and hyperpigmentation. So I'm just going in with a concealer brush and I'm just concealing that peach concealer just to make sure everything is muted out. So these are the final steps of my makeover. I decided to set the concealer underneath her eyes with a loose black opal finishing powder off camera. I also set the rest of her face with MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Right now I am going in with a nice pink Wet n Wild matte lipstick. And I'm just dotting it in to make sure that I get full coverage over her lips. You want to make sure you get the excess lipstick from the outside of her lips. Now I'm going in with a pink liner. I like to use my liner after I put on the lipsticks just so it has a more defined look. So I'm just going in around the lipstick and lining her lips. Next, I am going in with a concealer again to really have her lips pop. So I'm going on the outside with a concealer just to clean up the excess lipstick and also to make her lips have a more defined look. So I'm just taking a nice lined angled brush and I'm going on the outside of her lips, just going around with concealer, and then I also set the concealer with a nice powder. Make sure that when you do this step that you blend in. Don't just put the concealer around the lips because then she'll have a line, a very visible line. So when you do it, you want to make sure you blend in with your finger as well. Right now, I am just going in again with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and just blending everything out. I also applied the blush off camera and I did a nice pinky rosy color. Right now, I'm going in and spraying her face with setting spray so that it gives it like it's her skin and not a cakey makeup look. So I went in with that and letting that dry. Right now, I'm taking out her hair. And we are finished.
Yeah!
Nice, natural